Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so excited to be here with y'all. So I'm so excited because one, I have not been posting content in the last couple weeks because it's been crazy. Like life's all the time, and there's like nothing you can do about it, just stuff that comes up, and that's okay. But I do want to be more consistent and be able to connect with y'all on a regular basis instead of just, 2 weeks, here and there. So I am going to be posting more videos, more shorts. I'm in a really good season in my life right now because I'm really thankful and I'm really happy about just different things in life. I know stuff is still going to happen. It's going to drive you crazy, but we have to remember that we have to acknowledge and accept and be thankful for the things that we do have. Be thankful for the things that are happening that is positive. And what I did was I was so excited when I took this 21 day prayer challenge, and it made me feel so good, like physically and mentally and emotionally. Y'all see my eyes, I'm always gonna look tired. I got 4 kids and special needs, so I get it. But when I tell you I felt better, I felt like there was a weight lifted off my shoulders. I felt like I was able to just do the things that I wanted to do. And that just felt amazing because I've shared with y'all in previous videos about how important it is to give yourself time, to have self-care, to give yourself space, to just understand who you are, love who you are, embrace who you are. And then even with the kids, spending time with them, getting to know them, learning what they're good at or things they do and don't like. So we've had many conversations about that. So y'all know I'm real big on that. So again, I took that journey. I loved it. I have some amazing things coming soon. One of the things is I'll definitely put it in the description at the end of this video. And so I actually launched my own store, which is crazy because I didn't think that I could do that because life be lifing. But I have a lot of good things on there, a lot of back to school items for kids. And also I did it because I feel like when I don't know about y'all, but I feel like sometimes when I go on to look for things, I can't really find what I'm looking for because sometimes it's like, okay, I would love that rug, but I would love it to have color. I would love it to say this. I would love it to say that. And then sometimes when I'm trying to find like bathroom sets and bedroom sets, I want the whole thing. That's just how I am. So I said, you know what? If I feel this way, maybe it's other people that may feel this way. I don't know. So I created sets. I did bathroom sets, bedding sets. And I did different things that I've never seen before. So certain type of like inspirational things and colors that just make you feel good and feel wanted and feel loved and feel secure and complete. It was just different things that I wanted to implement and different things that I wanted to see when I'm trying to purchase different items, like even like certain mugs. The things that I created, I really, prayed about. I took my time about, I made sure I didn't copyright anyone. I made sure that the images were 100% organic and new and that they, I created them myself. So I'm really excited about that and what I have to offer and to share. And so another thing that I wanted to share with you all was the fact that, okay, so I just love to come on here and just talk to you all about different things that's going on, that I want to talk about. Okay, so then I have my friends like put me in check, right? So they like, listen, you do a lot, and so they feel like I should be sharing more of what I do. And how I actually help people and the things that I do. So I said okay, because in my mind, I honestly felt like don't nobody want to hear how I, I guess not hear how but I guess I should say like a lot of people don't want to really, I thought people didn't care that, hey, you got low income and you know how to go get a car. These are things that I've just learned how to do. Go get a car off the lot, even though if my income wasn't as much as I wanted it to be, whether it was low, high, whatever. Just mastering how to get a place, how to get an apartment, how to get a house in your unique situation. So because I've helped friends buy homes, I've helped friends and myself get places, get homes, get apartments, get cars, get off their feet. I've helped them come up with, a step-by-step plan to get their life in order, and meet the goals that they wanted to meet. And I've done that with my families too. And so they're like, well, you're so good at it, you need to offer it to everybody. And so I didn't think it was a need for that. But I've been told, that, hey, there is a need for that, because right now, a lot of things are going on, but those are things that people would love for someone to sit down with them and to say, okay, this is how we're going to break this down step by step. This is what you need to do and what you need to do with this and that, because I have been through divorce. I have 4 kids. I have, some of my kids have different dads. Life is just going to life. So I've been in a lot of different situations where I have to make it do what it do. So I've made sure that I've always kept a car, kept a home, kept the things I need, kept resources. I've always made sure that they've never missed a meal. They always got clothes on their back, because it was, a lot of the times it was just falling on me, And so I have learned how to do certain things with my credit. Now, mind you, everything is 100% legal. We're not talking about that type of stuff. But what I'm saying is I've learned a lot of tips and tricks over the years to, no matter what situation I'm in, I'm always going to be able to get me a house. I'm always going to be able to get me a car. I'm always going to be able to take care of my kids. And that's just what it is. And so I helped other people, and I've helped other family members and other friends to, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I could buy a house. I didn't know I could get a house. I didn't know I could, even whether you're renting or buying, but whatever your situation is, there's ways around it. And so I have learned how to navigate it, but navigate it and master it in a way that is conducive to your or my situation, something that'll work for me, and I'm gonna be honest. I honestly, again, like I said, I didn't think it was a big need for that, but now that I have people giving me feedback like, hey, you need to be helping people, you need to be putting together some courses, because even years, and I've been doing courses, classes, and helping people for a multitude of years, and I absolutely love it. But just to help people to build a systematic, strong foundation, so when things do happen, because stuff is going to happen, when things happen, all you gotta do is go to your whole little boom, 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 your 1-2 step, go to it and say, you know what? Now that this has happened, I can implement and use this. Now that this has happened, I can implement and use that. That helped me a lot through life. Once I learned how to have that solid foundation, because I know a lot of people don't always have that, they don't always have that, what am I trying to say? That, not the foundation, but they don't always have that support system that entails other people. And that's fine. It is what it is. Not everybody is always going to have a certain type of support system where they can just make a phone call and say, hey, can I borrow this, or can I borrow that, or do you have this or have that? And that's okay. Not everybody has that. And so that's why I had to create and implement systems that will work for me continuously, because there's just certain support systems that I just did not have, and I had to literally create for myself. And it is okay to have to do that. You do not feel bad, because if you know your situation, you know your situation. You don't feel bad because you know that you don't have the resources, or you're not able to contact people for certain things. So you don't feel bad about putting certain things and certain provisions in place to ensure that I don't have to call you and ask you for nothing. I'm actually going to be able to handle this on my own, and that's okay. We have some people, again, in life, and they love to feel needed. They love to feel like, hey, some people just really, really love when other people call them and ask them for something. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But some people genuinely like that feeling of somebody calling me, asking me for this, and I'm the one that's got to do this, and I'm the one that's got to do that. And they had, and that's cool. That's okay. But I want to put you in a position to where you can actually be like, you know what? I actually got it. Because it's hard. I mean, it is hard to be in that position. It's hard to do that. And so what I do is I crunch numbers, and I'm very realistic, and I crunch numbers, and I kind of sit down and say, okay, how we going to do this? How we going to make this work? You need a car? Okay, I need to know X, Y, and Z. Once you give me that information, then we go over some possibilities. Now, yes, I've learned a lot of tricks and trades, throughout the years, because again, I was a young mom. I had my son when I was, so I had to have it, especially with a special needs child or special needs kids. Going without is just not an option. I mean, it's not an option for no kids. I don't think any child could go without, but I do know that there's a difference in everybody's situation. I know there's difference where, like, I know people that, hey, they got like 2 kids, so yeah, they can go and stay with auntie such and such because they only got the 2 kids. It's just them. I know how it is having special needs kids. You cannot do that. You cannot go on somebody. If you're having a hard time, it's rare that you could just go with 4 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids that are severely special needs and just go live with anybody. I know that it's a difference. You really can't do that. Not everybody is able to do that. Some people is, and that's such a huge blessing to be able to have that. But not everybody can, and it is what it is. And then you have some people that just want to continuously live on their own. They want to be self-sufficient, and they don't know how to be. I remember there was a lot of things that I didn't know how to do, and I literally had to look and research and ask questions to people that had more than me, that had what I wanted, to encourage me to say, okay, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live in poverty. I want to be educated. I want to be smart. I want to have this and I want to have that. And so I had to learn how to get that information, and then I had to learn how to process that information. So once you learn how to get that information, then you learn how to process it, and then you have to put together a plan moving forward. And so that is kind of what I do with people. I kind of say, okay, where are you at? I'm going to meet you where you are, and then you tell me your goals, you tell me what you want to do, and I'm going to make it come into fruition, because a lot of the things that people want or need, they're not in far reach. They think it is. They think it's like, oh, it's in far reach. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't have this type of life. You actually can. It depends on what season you're in. It depends on where you are in your life, and it depends on your goals and what you're doing. But again, I set things realistically, but I love the fact that I have people that come back like, girl, I can't believe I bought a house. I can't believe that I got a car. I can't believe I got an apartment. I can't believe that, I got all of this stuff in place. And because you told me and showed me how to do this and do that, now I've not been in that situation again. And I really honestly didn't think that me giving the information or helping them was a huge impact, because I feel like if I have information and I know something, I feel like I genuinely want to share it with people, and help people to make the situation better. But I also had to learn the value of knowledge and the value of information, and what you share with people, the knowledge that you share with people, and what you say and what you give to them for free. You can't always tell everybody how to fix all of their problems, because sometimes they need to go through lessons. And if they're not going through their lessons, then they're not going to understand. Yeah, you may show them how to get something, but they also need to learn how to maintain and how to keep it. And if you're always the person that's stepping in, fixing everybody's problems, they're never going to learn on their own. They're just going to keep running back to you for more and more information. You're just going to keep telling them this and telling them that until you get tired and you get blue in the face, and then you're going to get very upset because it's like, it's going to get to the point where, why are you asking me for my advice and you're not taking it? It's because they want you to do it for them. And we not doing that. And some people do become very complacent when it comes to having people do things for them. They feel like, you know what, I understand, but you already done it before, so why don't you just do it? And so you have to get to a point in life where you're like, you know what, I'll give you the tools you need to help set you up with a strong foundation, but you're going to have to build that house yourself. It's okay to have some help, but you got to put the work in. And I think I didn't realize that early on when I was helping people with different things like that. There was things that I had helped with and basically gave the ideas, did, and everything, and I've gotten no recognition for it. And that really hurt, because these were places that I was working at, or different places that I was just doing projects and working on. And when I saw the things that they had implemented, and I'm like, wait a minute, I told you to do that. Like, oh, well, thank you, that was so sweet. But no, you actually implemented it and actually used it. So, and people don't care. People do not care. If you are going to be willing to give up that information and tell them how to do this and how to do that, they are going to absorb every bit of it, and they're going to utilize it and implement it, and they're not going to give you any of the credit. Now, they're going to say thank you behind closed doors, but when they out in public, they're not going to get that recognition, and then you're just going to feel some type of way. You're just going to be like, you know what? It's going to make you upset and angry and bitter, but you don't need to be upset and angry and bitter, because what's for you is for you. And so when you get to a place in life where, like, yeah, honey, you took one idea, but God done gave me thousands. So go ahead and have that. You got to get to a place where you have to make sure that your cup is full. You got to make sure that you are good, you are doing well, and make sure that you're okay, because other people are not going to always check on you in that way. It just is what it is. We don't want to spend a lot of time, filling up everybody else's cup. We want to spend time filling up your cup, and you filling up mine, and I'm filling up yours. That's what we want to get to the point in what we're doing. And I feel like the things that I have been doing lately, like making products, and selling my products and making my little store, and just things that will remind you on a daily basis to love yourself, that you are enough, and that you are doing good. I think one of the issues too is out of sight, out of mind. So it's very difficult when you don't have anything, like, let's say, like the way you decorated your room, for example. If you don't have any encouraging words, like up anything like that, and you're not seeing it on a daily basis, it's going to be hard for you to feel that way about yourself and about life, because you're not seeing it. Because again, out of sight, out of mind. But when you have those affirmations up, when you have things that encourage you, that you see, whether it's a rug or a coffee mug, or a foam board or whatever it is, you need to see those things on a daily basis to remind you of who you are and whose you are. So I feel like it's so important to have that in your life, and it's so important to be able to see that around you, because it's hard. It is very hard. And I know the world that we live in, everybody has their own opinions. Everybody feels that you should have this, you should have that. I trust me, I get it. But I live my life that is best for me and my family, period. At the end of the day, that is how I live my life. That's how I choose to live my life. I'm not going to compete with anybody. I am not going to, I'm not going to post certain things I choose not to post. It just is what it is. I chose for my channel, I said I want to sit down, I want to have my coffee or my tea, and I just want to talk to my audience, talk to my family, and just have a real conversation with y'all. And that's just what I chose to do with my channel. I mean, everybody's different, but when it comes to my kids, I'm very protective of them. So I chose not to post my kids. But it was so funny because my son, my severely special needs son, I cut his hair. And my son is like, Mom, you know, you should have recorded, you should have made a video of you cutting his hair, because it's a lot of autistic kids and there's a lot of people that, you know, don't cut their hair or can't or whatever, but you should show them like you actually cut his hair and it actually looks nice. So I told him that when his hair, we just did it, and so I told him when his hair grew back that I would do a video of me cutting his hair, because he has autism, and he has severe autism. And so I said, okay, I will do a video of that. But I honestly felt like I don't be wanting to post my babies because they're my babies. I feel like if they want a page or something like that, that's fine. But I just felt like I didn't want to just have them, you know, posted and all that stuff. So, and maybe I'm a little old school too, but I will make that video of me cutting his hair, because I didn't realize that that was a need, or that people would want to see that as well. And I'm not real big on social media, so I'm still learning, you know, what people do like and what people don't like, and I'm taking feedback and, you know, learning different things as I go. So this is a learning process for me as well. So again, but like I said, you know, I do want to create courses where I help people to pretty much, you know, get their lives in order, I guess. That's how we want to say it. And like I said, I just want to help people, you know. There is ways around stuff. Like, you wouldn't believe the things that you're able to do legally to get what you need and to keep what you need and to have what you need, because life is life. And I feel bad because there's people that, you know, they're trying to get places right now, or cars or jobs or whatever. And it's like, you know, I had to actually sit back and say, God, thank you. You know, thank you for allowing me to have learned the things that I've learned, allowing me to have the knowledge that I have, allowing me to think the way that I do, to be able to keep me and my kids out of crazy situations. Life is going to happen, but I just thank God I'm able to just always bounce back, you know, and just maintain, you know, and to be able to just move forward. And so now I have new goals in my life that I will be working on as well, that I'm so excited about, you know. And I've just been comfortable, you know. I've been comfortable, you know, lately, because, you know, I've just been comfortable. But then again, doing this channel and, you know, interacting with different people has opened my eyes up. Like, you know what? There is so much more out there that I need to be doing and exploring. And there's so many different people to meet and so many different things to do, you know. And so I definitely, you know, I would definitely be getting into a space where I am just, you know, doing more things. So I will be having some videos where I'm actually like going to places and doing things, because I don't record nothing. I don't record any of that stuff. But again, it was brought to my attention that people want to see that, which is awesome. And so I said, okay, so my goal is to start when I'm going places and doing things, to take y'all with me on some of the occasions and some of the things that I go to and some of the things that I do. And so I'm really excited, because there is one place that I'll be going to in a couple weeks. I'm so excited, and I'm gonna bring y'all with me. I'm going to, I don't know if, and that's another thing, because I'm like new to like being a content creator, so I don't really know if I can have my phone recording there, but I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna figure it out. And so I want to bring y'all there, even if I can only record like all the people, the entrance, us walking in, the outside, and the advertisements and all that good stuff, then I'll definitely do that. But definitely gonna start when I'm going to certain places, you know, bring you guys with me as well on my new journey of learning new things, exploring new things. So I'm so excited about that. So again, I'll have everything at the end of this video in the description. I'll have all the things about the links. So I'll definitely have the links to my products so you guys can go on there, check it out, and just see how you like it. Let me know if you do like it. Let me know what you want to see. Check it out and say, you know what, it would be so nice if you had this or had that. Definitely engage with me, comment, send me some comments. There's different ways to get in contact with me as well. When you go to look at the items, and then I have my email on there in case you say, hey, can you make this or make that. I'm not really into custom orders, but I'm definitely into like some ideas of like what other people may want and may need, or feel like, it would be so cool if I had this. So I'm definitely excited about that, and starting this entrepreneurship chapter of my life. Again, I've had my own business previously, and I've also been divorced, so I had to rebuild up my confidence and say, you know what, I actually want to start a business again because I love being an entrepreneur. I just love it so much. So I'm very excited to share that journey too. So yeah, like I said, I'll have everything in the description for you guys. Again, I love talking to you guys. I want to really get into some more deeper content about life's challenges and goals and different things that you guys have, and I want to kind of talk and interact with you guys about what you're going through and what you're facing and what you're dealing with, and to have some good communication going back and forth. So I'm really excited about that as well. And again, like I said, I'll definitely be constantly putting out more videos than I have previously. So I'll definitely be doing that, taking the time to make sure that I'm putting out more videos, more content. Y'all gonna get sick of me because I'm gonna keep posting stuff. Some good information for you guys to help in as much as possible. So I really appreciate you guys coming back to my channel. I really appreciate you guys watching this. I appreciate the subscribe and the like button. And I also thank you guys for being so supportive, and just so helpful. And I'm so thankful for that. So, okay, bye.